Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, and we're back for some more Moonlighter here today. When we last left off, I did some more dungeoning. We got basically to the 3rd floor, and I got murdered by one of those plant dudes in their little side dimensions. And I kind of want to go back and defeat the boss in relatively short order. So we're going to work on building some better equipment and doing that in the next couple of episodes. So we're going to go back over here to Vulcan's little forge here and see what we've got. So we can basically build everything but this armor that I want that requires a bunch of cloth. I've only got 2 of the 10 that we need. But I can build a metal headpiece, and I can also build a better sword. Although I am short on a little bit of cash, so I think what I'll probably end up doing is getting some more of that and seeing if we can't get more of these golem chisels so that I can try building the faster attacking sword. Because while I do like raw damage, that's always really handy to me, I think this little swizzle, because there's like a little symbol next to the plus 40 damage on this one, means it does some extra, like, fancy stuff. Like attacking faster. And I feel like that's going to be more valuable to us, because I'm already used to the rest of that. So far, when I've tried to fight with these big training swords, these things take like a decade and a half to attack anything, so I tend to just not with these. Spears are nice for their reach. They have a decent attack, they just don't swing wide by any means. My favorite weapon so far has actually been the training gloves, which are basically just a claw that you punch things with. And then I got the fighter's gloves, which were really nice for beating up the first boss. And I have not tried the training bow yet. So we'll probably get to that eventually. So right now I don't really have money to do anything, so let's switch over to daytime and see about selling stuff. And since it's nighttime, I'm actually going to go back here to the old bed and have ourselves a little nap. And from there, we should be able to open up shop and sell stuff. So I've already got a few items set out. The pots don't actually have a purpose for crafting, nor the glass lenses or the golem cores. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell all of that stuff. I also looked online and it says that the water lamp and the white stone are also only there to be sold, so I'm going to go ahead and sell all of the above, if at all possible. That also means that if I'm running low on space, I can pretty much junk everything that you see on that table and not feel bad about it. Because you'd think, knowing a lot of games throughout time, that anything that's like a magical glowing crystal would probably have something to do with crafting, but in this case, absolutely not. That's like crystallized energy, and I don't know, people probably use it as like a nightlight or as a paperweight. A really expensive, magical, world-ending paperweight if placed into the right thing. So, go figure. The other thing you probably notice, too, coming up is that occasionally you get adventurers that come in. They're not really interested in knickknacks. They're here to purchase weaponry. I mean, we're getting close to the point where we can spend our excess materials crafting weapons that we can sell to people, just not fully yet. So these items are supposed to be around the $250 range for price tags, which is pretty nice. So I'm gonna slap those down here. Golem minion design, I think, yeah, these were 400, so I'll throw all that down. And that basically covers my bases here. And this should give us enough money that, even though we can't upgrade to the fast sword, we can upgrade our armor until we get more chisel stuff. And the armor is probably going to end up being the more important component moving forward, because it just means we have a bigger health pool and we get beat up less. And I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of not getting the shit kicked out of me whenever I enter a room. I'm needy, I know. So let's see, I can go get you to build me armor, and then I can go replace those materials. don't really have the cloth for that other stuff, but this doesn't give me a negative boost to my speed. So let's go with the medium armor. This will actually be kind of useful. So let's put this together. And that'll suck up a good chunk of our money. And we can slot that. And the other thing I want to do is, instead of purchasing a second item, which will greatly increase our health pool to like 180, instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to enchant this. Can I not? Yeah, I'd like to enchant this to be slightly better armor. Doesn't do anything for our health, but having more like actual armor is going to essentially make it so that this equipment, it just makes us takes less damage overall. So we got more health and we take less damage. Not much more that you could honestly expect when going into a dungeon. I mean, I guess we could become immortal, but I'm not really banking on that at present. Did I bring potions? Not really. I guess I have 5 in my inventory as backups. Not as many as I would like, certainly. Ow. Ow. It's really, after a while, it's just the little things that end up beating you up continuously, which I suspect is understandable. Doesn't mean I have to like it by any means, but hey, we already started out with a free potion. Potions probably cost somewhere in the woods of like 100 or so bucks a pop. So if you don't have to deal with that, why would you? There we go, getting a little bit back into the saddle, killing these guys. And I'm never gonna say no to like free junk that I can sell right off the bat, especially if I'm not going like super deep into an area. Then I can just go get certain materials and then get out and not have to worry about risking my health or wasting a whole bunch of potions. Because when you die, you can just leave the dungeon, or you can start over from scratch, but you will lose whatever potions you had initially used. They don't get refunded for anything, basically. So it's a minor inconvenience, but death is not the end of the deal here in this particular game. Which is funny to me, considering how very important it sounds when you hear the story of this game, where they talk about all of the adventurers who have come through this labyrinth and died, because I'm literally beating up their corpses in order to get free potions now and again. Like, clearly it's not an easy place to be into, and nobody's killed the Golem King that's at the bottom of this place before me, so, you know, it's not exactly a pushover, but there's other people that dink around in here, certainly. So let's see, this is the path we want. That'll take us to better goodies, and hey, it's our pals. Let's see, I want to kill these slimes first and try to avoid getting kersmacked. Oh, that slime was like red for some reason. Maybe some more cores that I can sell. The thing that you really want to is, if you want money, like, sure, the min-maxer in me says you could really quickly run a couple rounds of the easier side of the dungeon, like the first couple of floors, and make a fair bit of money. But really, if you get in here and you can really quickly get to the boss, he drops stuff that is extremely valuable. So just get materials to craft things, and like later in, there's a bunch of just sellable junk like patterns, history books, and golem schematics that allow you to make a whole boatload of money. Oh, I hate these things. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. That is a suicide bombing spider thing that will just run at you and explode because it hates the world. Especially your face. So, I like my face where it is. It's my meal ticket. It got me the best things in life. My favorite is person. But on the plus side, since I've got the shield now, I can literally just... Wow, that just knocked me across the whole area. I can literally just absorb these and not give a shit. Alright, well, we're literally already on the 3rd floor, so maybe I'll just take this all the way to the boss and not worry about it. Ow, 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 ow. Can we not with that? Thanks. Ow. Oh, it's a frickin' no. No, 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 none of that shit. Wow, this thing literally shoots coins that flop everywhere in the dungeon. Yeah, this might actually cut short just because I don't want to waste all of my stuff on the singular mimic who's being a butt. Ow. Yeah, to hell with this. I'm peacing out of this mess right away. I don't want to die to a mimic in a poopy room. That's already happened to me a lot. I am not. It is almost midnight. I am not in a state of mind for that today. No siree. Holy shit. Alright, what do we end up actually getting, though? We got some stuff we can sell. That's not terrible. Let's go craft some more potions, like, right off the bat. So what are potions gonna cost me? Not bad, actually. They could be much worse. Let's just craft, like, 2,000 gold worth, and then we'll be good. So let's equip some of these. And we'll go sell everything else. That's a good example of, you know, being able to teleport back on a whim is a really great mechanic to have on hand. It really is. So what do I want to sell? I know I can sell this. I don't know, these are like worth like $5 a pop. These are worth like $5. Yeah, that'll do. Let's open up shop. Let's go throw the rest of our junk away in our bag. What do I want to keep? I really don't need that many of these water spheres. I don't know that broken swords are particularly valuable, but I've been wrong before. We can sell these empowering crystals, these foundry rests I want to keep. We don't need all of these rods, that'll do pretty well. Okay. So that was an example of things going south in a very real, very quick way. And this lady, for some reason, is bummed out about the price of these vines, and that's because there's really not a demand for them at all. There's apparently a demand for random sticks. I guess we live in a desert, so that kind of makes sense to some degree. There's a point at which I'm not going to question it. So let's set these to, like, I don't know, 125 and see what people do. And then let's set these to, like, the same thing, to 125. Some of these I just don't remember how much they're worth, to be honest. Just for kicks, I'm gonna put my spare potions that I don't really need in here. Oh, I got a bunch of golem volumes, too. When did I throw those in here? Those are, like, super valuable. Yeah, let's sell the shit out of those. Did I get that off screen when I was dinking around? I'm not actually 100% on that. Apparently I just had, like, a wealth of treasure in my inventory for no reason. Go figure. Well, that's definitely going to replenish my stock of cash very quickly. It's about, what, midday? Sell the rest of my junk and be about my merry way. Okay, so apparently these were too expensive, so let's dump these down to like $100. What's this other guy gonna... Wow, this lady's like really pissed off at the price of these things. How much are these worth then? Like, what, $75? Must be. Really? Those are not worth that much? How much are these worth? 25 bucks? Like, let's go with 50 and see what people do. Fucking real. Alright, clearly they're happy with those enchanted crystals, so let's just sell those. Look, lady, do you want a magic rod or not? Because if this goes south on me 3 times in a row, I'm just gonna have to cover it in silicone and just start selling dildos. Really? That's still way too expensive for you? How much are these worth? 25 bucks? Or is there just too much of them in circulation? In fact, let's look at this real quick. Apparently 50 is fuck off territory, so what about 25? I thought metal rods as being like a very like necessary thing to build basically everything would be worth more, but apparently I was wrong. Because some stuff in this game, like random cut pieces of stone, are worth a shitload. And in my opinion, with so much stone available outside of the dungeon, you would think that that would be pretty worthless. But maybe that's just me. So anyway, let's go back and try that once more with feeling and see if I can't avoid getting a good stabbing that I've so rightfully earned. Maybe I'll spend more time on the second floor. Because that's exactly what happened the first time I played this game. Like, I found the first couple of doors immediately upon coming back to the dungeon. And then from there, I immediately got faced by like a mimic and like 3 of those roly spheres and a bunch of these little walker dudes, and it was just a mess. It was ridiculous. Absolutely bonkers right off the bat. I don't even kind of territory. But then after a while, like, I just came back with a bunch of souped up armor thinking I really needed all of it, and ended up not really needing all of it at all. Like, I just mauled everything on the lower floors after farming the pants out of it for like a couple hours, just to kind of enjoying the scenery, and just trashed everything. So sometimes you can be a little too prepared, you know? Ah, shit. I was gonna say, I don't want to fall into the abyss right now, if it's all the same with you, game. So let's get some free... No free potion? That's disappointing. Usually adventurer corpses have something good on them because the dungeon is full of, you know, the bestest goodies. So they either have like something useful on them or... I don't know, sometimes it's like a good material from like further in to the area, but not always. Okay. So this is Golem Dungeon Floor 2. These guys are almost kind of comedic in a sense. They just smash into stuff, and they're just really derpy. Ow. Could you not? That would be fantabulous. It looks like these guys will also smash into one another, which is really funny to me. Like, they're just kind of derpy to the extent where that's just something they'll do. And I guess when you're literally just a dangerous roly-poly, what's really the bar for performance in this? Oh, come on, don't be like... Ow. I was gonna say, come on, don't be like that. I also wish that they could damage one another. That would be really handy, but no such luck today. Did I also mention that depending on the weapon, you also get like a charge up of attacks, where the third attack does like a boatload more damage? Because it does. In case you were curious. Ow. Alright, I'll admit I walked into that one. Thinking more about commentary than I'm thinking about the rest of it. That's fine, I can recoup my losses already, because I killed, like, some slimes and everything. So let's grab this, and remove that curse, and let's remove... I don't know. I don't really have a curse to remove up there, so let's just put this in that slot. And now we've got some magical fun time stones that we can use, and for some reason I can't retrieve this potion. So I guess that's just a bug. Is this game in early access? I don't think I'm actually certain on that. Ah. Okay, don't... Enough shooting, thanks. That's better. I guess I'll just save these metal rods. They're really not even worth trying to sell for the most part. Ow. I guess I just do better when I assume I'm gonna get hit every time and duck away than if I assume I'm going to be just out of range of their attacks. So far, that tends to be my better policy. I think I'll go with that in the future. I'm looking for golem chisels, right? Yeah, I think that was the one. So one of these will probably have goodies, or the opposite of goodies, murderies. So I'll get these. I guess I can sell all these spare water spheres. Hey, buddy. Ow. Alright, I guess that doesn't count for blocking if he just goes off to the side of me away from my shield. Which admittedly makes sense. Alright, this, I'm just gonna sell these. I'm pretty sure these broken sword hafts are pretty much useless and worthless. So I'll just collect these goodies that I know have a value and just chuck the rest of them. Like, too many of these rods are unnecessary. I've got enough teeth stones after this, so I'll probably just start junking those. And we'll throw that in there, hoping that it's goodies, because, you know, why not? Oh, okay, I've got a free heal in here. I didn't even need to use that potion that I just quickly toggled. Oh well. Stranger things have happened, right? Ow. 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 Hey, buddy. What's up? Let me just stab your friend real quick. Is that cool? Alright, not terrible. Sometimes when you got like a healing shrine around 2, it's not really a big deal to have to randomly deal with a couple extra points of damage, so why not? So what do we got? Oh, that's right, I can't use my magic healing mirror, or money mirror, when I'm sitting in that screen for some reason. So let's chuck these. Is that all the jelly that's... No, it's not. You can fit 10 jelly in a stack. Sometimes stacks are split between 5 and 10. So it pays in inventory management to pay attention to that. There we go. These guys aren't particularly dangerous, they're just really annoying. These dudes that try to envelop you. Wonder if you stay in them long enough if they try to suffocate you too, because A, when you're fighting them, that's dangerous because they'll attempt to let other enemies murder your face, but oh, they do a little bit of damage, I think. They like they spit you out after a minute or two. And by a minute, I mean like a moment. Okay, because to me, like, I always thought about slime monsters in D&D, where they would try to envelop you and then suffocate you, because you're literally breathing goo at that point. But so far, that's not necessarily the case, so who knew? Go figure and all that jizzity jazz. Alright, Golem Dungeon 3. Let's see what we can find. Friendship. Lots and lots of friendship, but this is the manageable variety that I'm completely fine with. Because these giant hands do a bunch of damage, but they're not really dangerous so long as you're paying attention and not trying to focus too much on commentary. And you don't even really need to get into the line of fire. Like, you can just kind of be a little bit too far off to one side or the other, but still thoroughly out of their range, and they'll try to smash down next to you. Like in this case, I'm not really even getting directly in front of him, I'm just kind of off to the side, yet somehow I'm still safe. And triggering the attack animation. But like they say, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'll just stab things, and hope for the best. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Try to smash stuff. This has so far been my favorite, that there's literally spots in this game where the enemy can't get out and you can just poke in on it. Just to kind of be a douche, in a way. Now here's gonna be the $1,000,000 question. Can I stop this thing from hitting me if I block with my shield? No. I cannot. Which is really annoying. On the plus side, I can just wait for these guys to come to me and pick up all of their loot. Let me dump a few things, because I don't need all of this. Definitely don't need the random sticks and roots, even though they are technically in demand. Because that lady was like, yay, finally, someone has random discarded roots and junk for me to buy. In this game, instead of having a crazy cat lady, we end up with like a crazy roots lady, who literally all she does is just collect weird knickknacks and leave them in her house. And she invites people over like, look at my exotic plant collection. Marcelly, those are just random weeds you found on the side of the road. But they were from when I went to visit Charleston. I mean, I guess, but I don't know that makes a difference in the grand scheme of things. There we go, kill you. And let's see if we can't tempt fate. Wow, those things smack you far away. Holy shit. There we go. What's in the magic chest? Hopefully goodies. Technically I can do that to store that for later. But if I do what I'm about to attempt, and it's successful, this is going to be a horrible, horrible waste of inventory space. So I'm thinking about going all the way to the boss, because frankly, if we can get this far, we really don't need much else. We can literally do the boss on what equipment we have right now. It would be nice to have a better sword. Be nice to have nice things, but it's not strictly required. Come on, bud. You can do it. I believe in you, probably. Smack into me so I can kill you. Attaboy. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? What can I junk? There's all sorts of stuff in here that is kind of valuable and kind of not. So let's junk this, because it's not as valuable. I've never actually seen if crystal rocks are used for anything, so I'll have to look that up when we get back to town. Where are we for time? I think this episode's getting kind of long, so for right now, let's stop it here, and I'm gonna finish the rest of this particular dungeon chunk next time. So until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. I've been your host, Larry. I appreciate you stopping by to check out Moonlighter. And I'll catch you later. Bye, everybody, and have a good one.